Black holes. Mysterious celestial bodies roaming around our universe. As hard to detect as they are, we've all captured many That's where that guy's wrong. Hate to burst any 2-year-old's bubbles, but the black hole images before 2019 weren't real, and ones greatly illustrated after aren't either. Videos are completely out of the question, by the way. There hasn't been any, ever. Yeah, this GIF right here, you've seen this probably a lot. CGI. Sorry. There are very few real images of black holes. About a decade in the making was the telescope powerful enough to image these. The EHT, or Event Horizon Telescope, has captured many images of black holes so far. I'll be covering some of these images and their impact on the scientific community. First, I'd like to talk about the Milky Way image. The image of the black hole in the center of our galaxy, the Milky Way, was revealed to the public on May 12, 2022. We've long theorized about how it's a black hole, and you probably had definitive evidence, but this was the first visual definitive evidence that it was there. Now, I'd like to just talk a little bit about this breakthrough and its complexity. Black holes are these pits of darkness, so dark you would never be able to see them. And yet, now we have it right here in this image. That is a frontier that cannot be understated. It's invisible, made visible. Said one guy that made this breakthrough the one of the entire year of 2019. And just so I can put it out there, the M87 one was the first visual evidence of a black hole ever. Now, I'd like to move on to my last claim. The M87 image actually caused Einstein's theories to be proven. Jennifer Ouellette on Wired.com explains this quite well. Quote, everything we can observe so far about M87, its mass and the size of its event horizon, is consistent with Einstein's theory, end quote. Now, no claim is perfect, and as such, I want to cover a counterclaim as well. Matt Strassler, a person in the scientific community, had stuff to say about the EHT's measurements of black hole M87. He mentions in this article that the photon ring cannot clearly be imaged in the photo, as some people tried to fabricate. EHT team knew this, but they didn't communicate it very well, so that caused the misconception to be spread around. The shadow of a black hole is supposed to be a dark area leading up to the photon ring, but how can we be sure of where that ring is, or heck if it's even in the photo? That leads to the conclusion basing the calculations on the picture like that could get weird. Strassler does mention, however, that the calculations they use are far out of their league to understand, let alone critique. As I conclude this presentation, I'd just like to say that no matter what, this image right here is a giant historical breakthrough. This was released in 2019, almost 40 years ago. And considering the technology we have today, you would never think that this image would have been taken in 2019 instead of somewhere in the 20th century. I think that says enough on how well crafted this image had to be able to be seen with our own eyes. Thank you, EHT, and thank you everyone for watching this documentary.